Naomi, how long are you going to take? What time are you coming home? What are you doing with Skylar? It's already this late. Where have you been all morning? You didn't even come home to make lunch.
I've been at the hospital to have a checkup. I reminded you when I left this morning, didn't I? And I think I told you that I would have this checkup a week ago when I made the appointment. I mentioned that I wouldn't be able to prepare lunch for you. I'm thinking of going to my parents' house to let them see Skylar. I'll spend a few hours there, and hopefully Skylar will be able to have a nap before I come home.
Skylar was only born last week. You can't parade her about outside all day. You've got to bring her home right now. It's already this late. I can't believe you could be so irresponsible. Don't you care about Skylar at all? She could get sick.
This late? It's still 1:30. And there's no need to be so overprotective. I've taken precautions for the sunlight, and we're only going to see my parents. It's not like I'm taking her to meet everyone I know or pushing her pram through a crowd of sick people. I'm following the doctor's advice and making sure she has undisturbed rest and gets her milk. I wouldn't do anything that I didn't think we both can't manage.
But you can't keep her away from me this long. She's already been away from me for 3 hours. Skylar needs me. You can't do this to her. Give her back to me.
What are you talking about? She's not a thing, and she's not yours.
I've decided that I'll raise Skylar myself. I can't trust you with her. I've watched how you've been with her for the past week, and it's obvious that you're no good as a mother. You don't know how to take care of her. If you raise her, she'll end up unhappy, or worse, she'll be unhappy and she'll be rebellious. It's people like you that end up raising criminals. I can't just stand by and watch you ruin her life. The best thing for Skylar is if you give her up. I'll raise her as my own daughter. She's mine, so give her back.
Skylar's my first child, so of course I don't expect to be able to do things perfectly all by myself. That's why I've been listening to all the advice you've been giving me this week. And I'm really happy that you're helping, but no matter what I do, you keep on complaining that I'm doing things wrong.
So that's what you're thinking of me. I'm doing my best to help you. How can you be so ungrateful? I bet you think that I'm in the way, don't you? You're the one that's living in my house. I'm letting you stay here. I'm providing the roof over your head, and I don't even ask for rent. I've done so much for you, and this is how you repay me? This is why I never approved of Daniel marrying a woman like you.
You were the one that asked that we move in with you. Daniel and I were living together in our own house after we got married, and we planned to stay there. But you wanted us to all live together. You were the one that said you always wanted to live with your grandchild. You pretty much forced us to move in with you once you found out that I was pregnant, and I had to go through all the trouble of moving house when I was already really big.
Why do you have to put it like that? I never forced anything. Just ask Daniel. He was delighted to move back in with us. I've done so much for you. It wouldn't hurt for you to show a little more appreciation, too. Can't you at least say thank you? I think I deserve a lot more, but I shouldn't expect anything from you.
Appreciation? I had a lot more of that when I first met you. But ever since I married your son, and you started to show your true colors, it's become a lot more difficult. Especially after we moved in together, and you wouldn't stop making hurtful comments about the way I did chores and the way I prepared dinner. The stress and fatigue just piled up, and I couldn't please you no matter what I did.
I didn't know you could get any ruder. When have I ever made hurtful comments about anything you've ever done? If I've made comments, it's just because I'm giving you advice as your senior in life. If you think I've been hurtful, it's because you're trying to make me out as the bad person in this story.
I'm an adult too. I understand the difference between advice and sarcastic, backhanded comments. And it's not just those comments. You don't like the food I make, even though I've done my best to follow your recipes. And if you really don't like my cooking, then you can always make your own. But you insist on having me prepare your serving too. And sometimes you throw it all away right in front of me. It's not just insulting, it's wasteful. Did you really think that I could just brush that off as advice? I don't understand how you could do something so mean just for the sake of showing me you don't like my cooking.
I threw it away because it didn't taste good. What's the problem? Did you really think that it was good enough to serve to Daniel and my husband? Nobody would want to eat something disgusting like that, so I saved them the trouble. I just did what they would have wanted to do anyway. If anything, you should be thanking me for not letting them eat something as horrible as that slop you call food.
That's what I'm talking about. In the past few months we've spent living together, you've never eaten my food without making a face, a comment, or throwing it away. On top of that, you were making me do all of the housework right up until the birth. I couldn't have a moment's rest while you were around, even though my back hurt and my feet hurt and I was so tired. Even when my contractions started and I was begging you to call for an ambulance because Daniel was out, you wouldn't call and told me that I was overreacting. I couldn't even get to the phone myself. I thought I was going to give birth right where I was. It wasn't until Robert passed by my room and noticed that my water had broken that I was finally able to go to the hospital. I'm grateful for my father-in-law's care and consideration. But if you want me to be grateful for you, then you'll have to do something I can be grateful for first.
You shouldn't expect everyone to do everything for you. You could have gone to the hospital by yourself. You're so spoiled. It shows that your parents must have been overly protective of you as a child. No wonder you're so disrespectful towards me.
Did you really think that I could drive all the way to the hospital safely when I was getting contractions every 5 minutes? Even after I gave birth, you didn't say anything to me. You didn't ask me how I was doing. Not even a word about how well I had done, even though I was in labor for 15 hours.
I was too busy thinking about Skylar. What did you expect? My first and only priority was the baby. So what if you gave birth? It's nothing special. I gave birth too, and you don't see me begging everyone for praise and compliments.
I didn't expect you to compliment me. But I think anybody would be happy to hear something from family. And anything would have done. And I'd like to remind you that I was only discharged from the hospital a week ago. I've been waking up over and over in the middle of the night to feed Skylar. I haven't had any sleep at all this past week. I'm still trying to get used to a lot of new things, a lot of new emotions, and a new sleep routine. And I'm literally all over the place. But you're still making me do all the housework. I thought you said that it would be better for us all to live together because you'd be able to help out with the baby. But you haven't been doing anything. Even though Daniel and his dad say that I don't have to do anything, to rest when I can and not to push myself too hard, I have to do everything while they're at work because you won't do anything.
Oh, you really are spoiled. You are the one that married my son, not the other way around. What's the point in having you here if you're not going to do the chores? You can't seriously think that you can spend your days just laying around doing nothing. You're being childish if you think that's how things work just because you've moved in with us. I'm here to be with Skylar, not with you. And you shouldn't expect everyone to be nice and kind to you just because you've given birth. So what? That doesn't change anything. You're sorely mistaken if you think you get to slack off just because you've had a baby. The only one we all care about is Skylar. I couldn't care less about you, and nobody else does either. We only need Skylar.
I can't believe you're not gonna even bother to hold back your punches. I take it you mean that there's no use for me at your house if I'm not going to do all of your housework for you?
That's right. I'm glad you finally understand. We only need Skylar to make us happy. I don't need a rude, disrespectful, annoying daughter-in-law like you around the house if you're not even going to do what you're here for. Even if you did do the chores and prepare our food, you're so useless I end up having to redo everything you do anyway. You're just wasting my time, and having you here is a waste of space too, so we don't need you here.
So you think I'm rude and useless. All right.
What, am I wrong? I don't think I said anything you couldn't understand. I made it quite clear. We don't need you in this house. To be honest, I'd prefer if you'd leave as soon as possible and never come back. You don't have to worry about Skylar, she'll be in good hands. We'll raise her without you. I think that's best for her as well. She doesn't need a useless woman like you as her mother.
I just want to check. If you want me to leave, then that means you don't want to live with me, doesn't it?
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't want to live with you, and I want you out of my house, do you understand?
Yes, I do. I understood that perfectly. Then I won't be coming back. I'll be staying at my parents' house. They've got a spare room that I can use, so there's no reason for me to return today. I'll go and get my things another day. Will that make you happy?
Of course, do whatever you want. You're an adult. I don't care where you stay as long as it's not in my house. Nobody in this house is waiting for you to return anyway. I'll have Daniel go and collect Skylar from you when he gets home from work, so make sure she's had her rest and you've got all her things ready by then. I'll let you spend these last few hours with her at least. You're not going to come back to this house, so this will be the last time you ever see her. I'm glad you've finally come to your senses. You're not fit to be a mother.
I understood the part about not coming back to stay in your house, but you're wrong about one thing. I am not handing my daughter over to you. Skylar is staying with me. I'm her mother.
What are you talking about? I just told you that you're not fit to be a mother. Are you going to take her away from me? You can't do that. She needs me.
Oh, you think that I'm not fit to be a mother because I need support to raise her and because I can't handle all of the housework on just 1 hour of sleep a night? You expect the impossible from me. You're saying that I'm taking her away from you, but you're not her mother. She was never yours to begin with.
She's my granddaughter. That makes her mine.
I don't think that your way of thinking that she belongs to you is very healthy for Skylar. I don't think that raising her in an environment where you think that you can treat me however you like is good for her either. Daniel and Robert have both lost their patience with the way you've been treating me. I know that the both of them have done their best to talk with you privately and get you to change your attitude. But it still hasn't changed after months. And if it's only going to get worse now that Skylar's born, I'd rather not live with you either. Your own son and husband have given up on getting you to change your ways, so there's no way I can keep hoping.
Robert as well? You're lying. I remember him mentioning something about you, but I've forgotten what he said. It didn't seem very important. But I know that they all hate you. Nobody wants you to stay in our house, and we're all happy that you've finally given birth so we can get rid of you and keep Skylar.
Who's they? Do you mean Daniel and Robert? Because I know Daniel loves me, and Robert is a wonderful father-in-law. And even if they did actually hate me, I think they'd be more mature about it. You've been far from mature these past few months. You've been passive-aggressive and childish at best. All you've done is bully me and make me feel bad about myself. I've had enough. We've all had enough of your behavior. If you're not going to fix it, then there's no point sticking around and waiting for you to change. I'm not returning to your house. And if you won't reflect on your actions, I won't let you meet Skylar.
You won't let me see Skylar? That's ridiculous. You can't do that. You can't keep her away from me. You have no right to do that. I'm not going to listen to a woman that can't even raise a child properly. You don't have to come back, but I'm not letting you keep Skylar. Give her back right now. Skylar will be happier that way, and you'll thank me one day when you realize that. She belongs with us, not you. We'll raise her, so don't be so selfish and give her up.
I'm sorry, but who's we?
Daniel, Robert, and I. The three of us will raise her without you. I know that we can make Skylar a million times happier if you're not around to ruin her life. She doesn't need a failure of a mother like you. You should give her back to me for her sake.
Robert's actually with me right now. Daniel will be here soon too. He's already asked his manager for the rest of the day off after he's finished in his meeting. The truth is, it wasn't a hospital appointment I had this morning. I'm sorry I had to lie, but you wouldn't let me leave the house until I said that I would be going to the hospital.
What? Then where were you? What were you doing?
I was being honest when I told you that I would be going to my parents' house, but I was somewhere else this morning. I went to have a viewing of a house with Robert to get his opinion.
You went to see a house? But why would you do that? I didn't tell you to leave my house until an hour ago. And why would you need my husband's opinion?
Daniel and I have decided that we're going to move out. And when we told him, Robert was very interested in the idea too. Maybe you should ask him for the details when he returns home tonight, since I won't be coming back. Ever.
But why would Robert be interested in looking at a new home?
Daniel and I have been thinking about moving back out, ever since we first moved in with you and you started to bully me. We've both hit our limits, and we can't take it anymore. It's too stressful being with you all day, every day, and he doesn't complain. But I know it's tough on Daniel when I vent after he's had a long day at work. It's been hard for the both of us. The only reason why we didn't move out earlier is because it was a strain on my body to move our stuff to your house in the first place, and we didn't want to go through that again.
Hit your limits? Stressful? What's that supposed to mean? You're just exaggerating. How pathetic. All I'm doing is showing you how to do things properly.
Daniel's had enough of your behavior too. He can't stand the way you speak to me, and he knows that you've been throwing away the food I make as well. He knows about how you follow me around when I do the laundry and the washing up, nitpicking at every single thing. He promised me that we would make preparations so that we can move out as soon as the baby is born. And he kept that promise. He found a few places that were open for viewing and cut the choices down to 2 places so I wouldn't have to go back and forth. When we spoke to Robert, he offered to pay half of the deposit, saying that he wanted to come with us.
Excuse me? Robert wants to move out? Well, he was obviously including me when he said that.
He meant that he wanted to move in with us and move away from you. Apparently, he's had enough of your attitude as well. And since you won't change, no matter how many times he's spoken to you, he's decided to leave you. He's telling me that he left the divorce papers on the table in the living room. Have you seen them? He says that he's already signed them, so you just have to sign your side and leave them there. He'll have them filed tomorrow.
I found them, but I don't understand. Why would he want to divorce me? I haven't done anything to deserve this. Answer the phone! I want to speak to my husband! He's with you, isn't he? Let me talk to him. I can't trust a word you say.
Why would I lie? Those papers have already been signed, haven't they? I wouldn't fake his signature just to trick you. Robert says that he'll talk to you when he gets home, but that he's already made his feelings clear in past conversations. You just haven't been listening to him properly. Anyway, we're busy getting our new home ready. Could you wait until later?
I don't understand why Robert and Daniel have to move away too. I only said that you don't need to come home. What about me? What am I supposed to do? They can't leave me here by myself?
Robert says that he'll give you that house in the divorce. He has no need for it if he's moving in with us, and he doesn't want you causing us trouble just because you can't find a new home for yourself. You're lucky he's being so generous. Daniel and I have no intention of living with you ever again. And of course, we're not going to give you our daughter. Robert's decided that he wants a divorce, and that he doesn't want to live with you anymore. I think that explains everything you want to know.
What about me? I'm going to live here all by myself? You're not making any sense. Why can't I come with you?
Weren't you listening to what I said? We've told you over and over that the way you've been treating me is unacceptable. We wouldn't have had to do this if you had fixed up your attitude and stopped behaving so immaturely. If you had listened to your own husband's warnings and your son asking you to stop treating me so horribly, we would have never decided to move out. We would still be living with you, and you would still be able to spend time with your loved ones. But unfortunately, you haven't shown any signs of changing or even feeling bad about what you've done. You deny all responsibility, and we've had enough. Because of your selfishness, you'll have to spend the rest of your life all alone.
What about Daniel? What does he think? He can't be serious about leaving his own mother all alone. I raised him. He's better than that. He would never abandon me like this. You've tricked him into thinking I'm the bad person and convinced him and my husband to follow you.
Have you forgotten that Daniel was the one that was always intervening and defending me from you when we first moved in? He was doing his best to keep himself between you and I when he could, and making sure that I wasn't stuck with you alone when he was at home. But then he had to start a new project at work, and was coming home tired more often, and didn't even have the strength to argue back the things you were saying to me. The stress of work and your treatment of me was accumulating for him too. That's when he promised that he would find us a new place to live. We realized that the best way to deal with the situation was to just put space between us and you, for the sake of our physical and our mental health.
You're lying. Daniel would never want to leave me. And Robert can't be serious about getting a divorce. At this age, I'll never be able to get remarried. I'll be alone. Can't he rethink the divorce? I'll do anything. He's not honestly thinking we should get divorced, is he?
You'll have to talk to Robert directly about that. Though he says that there's nothing more to say. And we've already chosen a new home that has enough room for the three of us and Skylar. Robert is welcome to live with us, but there's no room here for you. Moreover, Robert's actually put a lot of money into this house for us. He's been very considerate, since Daniel and I had to pay a lot for the hospital bills last week. We don't plan on telling you where our new address is either.
But I'll never be able to see Skylar ever again. Are you honestly going to separate us?
I'm not going to let you see her. You'll have to show that you can change first. I don't know if you can, but if you want to see her, you'll have to. I don't plan on meeting you until then either. I'm sure you don't care whether you see me again or not, but I just wanted to make it clear that this is what happens when you treat someone as though they're inferior to you. You end up alone.
What did I do to deserve this? Why is everyone leaving me behind? You're telling me that I have to spend the rest of my life, my elderly years, all alone? That's too much. You don't have to go this far. I thought I would be able to spend the last 20 years of my life taking care of my grandchild. I wanted to have peace and quiet and not worry about any of the chores or worry about money. This isn't what I wanted. I was dreaming of my life as a grandmother, but now I'll have to get a job. I have to do everything myself. I won't be able to see my family. That's not fair.
Really? I guess you hoped that I would be the one to take care of all the chores and plan to live off your husband's savings and pension, all without lifting a finger yourself. But you ended up breaking that dream with your own hands. You should have been more respectful towards the people around you if you wanted them to love and take care of you. I'm tired of you complaining about every little thing I do. But now, you'll have to do everything yourself, and you won't be able to see your family ever again. That's the price you've paid. You'll have to accept it.
Fine, I understand I made a mistake. I shouldn't have been so nagging. I'll do my best to get on with you from now on. I'll change the way I've been acting towards you. So please don't move out.
It's too late for that. We've already paid the deposit and signed the documents for the house. We won't change our minds about living away from you. And we'll be moving all of our things into the new place over the next few days. We're all going to live here in peace without you. Robert will be returning to your house this evening to pack up our essentials, so you should have a good long talk with him then. He'll be staying there until all of our things have been moved. But he's quite adamant about having the divorce, so I suggest you forget about talking him out of it, and talk about how you can make an effort to change your behavior. That way, you might have a chance to meet Skylar in the future.
Naomi, I'm sorry. Let's all live together. I don't want to be alone. I think we might have gotten off to a bad start, but I'll change. I'll do whatever it takes. I'm sure you'll come to understand why I was so harsh towards you. It was for your sake, but I won't do that anymore. Just let me see Skylar.
I find it hard to believe that you'll change when you're still making excuses. You can't even apologize properly. It's too late after all. You can't change. Besides, you were saying yourself that you don't want to live with me, remember? I confirmed over and over, and you said that you wanted me to leave. Well, I don't want to live with you either. I hope you'll enjoy your final years without a rude, useless woman like me in the way. After her conversation with Naomi ended, Kim had no choice but to wait for her husband to come home. The first thing Robert did when he returned to the house was to tell Kim that he wanted a divorce, and that he wasn't going to change his mind. He checked that she had signed the papers and took them to his lawyer to have them filed. He didn't speak a word to Kim after that, and spent his time packing away all of his things. Anything that had to be dealt with regarding the divorce was done through his lawyer, and he was able to move houses without much fuss. Kim got the house in the divorce, but it was brought to her lawyer's attention that she had spent Robert's savings on several occasions without his permission, and as a result, the amount she received in alimony payments decreased significantly. It wasn't enough for her to keep up the payments for the household bills, so she had to find a job in order to earn some money to pay for other essentials. She was so desperate to meet Skylar that she went to Naomi's parents' house and demanded that they tell her Naomi's new address. It didn't occur to her that she should have just shown Naomi that she was making an effort to change. In the end, Naomi's parents called the police because of how aggressive Kim was being, and Kim was taken away in a police car to be questioned. Kim was not only divorced and looking for a job, but had also been slapped with a restraining order from Naomi's parents. On the other hand, Naomi and Daniel were living happily ever after with their small family and were looking forward to having their next child. Robert was delighted he was freed of his selfish wife and was taking great pleasure in taking care of his granddaughter.
Do my eyes deceive me? I thought for a second that I just saw someone here at my wedding who certainly doesn't belong one bit. I thought for just a brief moment that I saw some dirty little poor person who had snuck into my wedding, even though they really should know better. Well, you're sending these messages to me, so I guess I can only assume I'm who you're referring to, right? Unless you're saying there's another sad, poor person here just like me. Maybe we could go and look for them together, and then I could have a friend at this wedding. Wouldn't that be nice? Are you acting stupid, or are you really just this dense? Of course I'm talking about you. Who else would I even be talking about? And I can't believe you actually just admitted that you were poor, but I guess that means at least you know your place. So good for you. I thought that all poor people like you were too stupid to be aware of who they were. So at least you have that going for you. Oh, well, it would be kind of hard for me to forget, what with how often you're always reminding me of it. So I guess I have you to thank for telling me just how poor I am. I mean, I never once really thought of myself as poor before, but Then I met you, and you made sure to put me in my place. So I'm just so grateful that I've had the chance to be told over and over and over again about how I'm a poor nobody. Well, I'm surprised that you had never been able to figure it out yourself. After all, everyone else was thinking it. I suppose it really was just a matter of time. I mean, don't you think it's just a little bit sad? Your brother is going to become a doctor and you only have a high school diploma. I guess Michael must have gotten all the brains in the family, huh? Meanwhile, you got... Well, I don't think you really got anything, if I'm being honest. Yeah, you are right about that. I was never really good at studying in school when I was a student. I think everyone around me always saw that maybe I just wasn't cut out for a system like that. And because of that, even though I was the older sister, it always felt a bit strange being there for all of Michael's accomplishments. Aw, I'm sure it did. You probably felt like your life had barely even started, and yet you were already being completely overshadowed by your brother, I bet. Well, I just thought that you might be able to sympathize with me on the point, given that you're unemployed and all that. Excuse me? And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? Is that supposed to be a dig on me? Well, nice try, but those kinds of insults aren't going to work on me. Unlike you, I simply don't have to work, and that's why I don't have a job. It's really just that simple. But if you really must know, even when I was working, I always got high marks for my performance and was a model employee. So it's not like I can't, I just choose not to. Wow, that's amazing! That really is so cool that you wanted to give up a career and financial independence all because you're getting married. I know what you're getting at, but like I already told you, it simply won't work on me. Because at the end of the day, I know that you're just a sad, poor, stupid little poor person who doesn't have an ounce of the work experience that I do. So I suppose even trying to explain why I do the things I do to someone like you is really just pointless, isn't it? Anyways, there's actually something that I wanted to ask of you, a little favor, if you will. Really? You want to ask me a favor? Well, please, by all means, tell me what it is. I mean, I'm just dying to do anything you ask of me as a lowly poor person. Well, good. I'm glad that you understand your place is to do as you're told by your superiors. But I was wondering if I could ask you to not sit at the table reserved for family. You don't want me to sit at the table where the rest of our family is going to be sitting? I don't really know if you understand what you're asking. After all, you do know that I'm basically all the family that Michael has left, don't you? And sitting at the table for a wedding is important since it represents the two families that are being tied together as one through the wedding. Well, that's exactly the issue. You see, if everyone at the table realizes that the only family that Michael has is you, well, I'm just afraid that my family will start to apply all of the negative things about you to Michael and start judging him for his sister. Do you understand? Oh, don't worry about that. I've already made plans to rent a really pretty dress for the wedding. I know that I may not be a person of high standing or class, but I promise to at least look like one for the wedding. Surely you can grin and bear through my presence at the table while you're standing up on the altar with Michael, right? You really expect me to trust that you know how to pick a dress that would be good enough for the kind of wedding that Michael and I are going to have? I seriously doubt that you would know what good taste was if you got hit upside the head with a Louis Vuitton bag. Anyways, I don't care how good you could make yourself look. The fact of the matter is that the moment you opened your mouth, everyone would realize what an uneducated little street urchin you were. I mean, do you even know in what order you're supposed to be using the forks and knives when there are more than one of them by the plate? Do you even know how to use a fork and knife, period? Or do you just eat with your hands and then savor the flavor left on your fingers like some kind of Neanderthal? Oh, don't worry. I think I know that one at least. You use the knife to do the cutty bits, and then you use the fork when you need to poke things, right? Wow, don't pop a blood vessel in your head trying to keep that straight, okay? But like I said, you're not going to be eating at the family table. Instead, I thought that we would just put you outside in the hall with a plate of food. That way you'll be away from everyone else and can make all the mess you want. Doesn't that sound nice? You mean you would really have me eat in the hallway at my own brother's wedding? Of course. I mean, the fact of the matter is that no one at the wedding is going to want to eat with you anyways, though. I'm sorry, but you just aren't going to fit in with all the fancy and well-dressed people who are going to be coming to the wedding, and I think that you just have to accept that. Nobody even wants to see you at the wedding, let alone share a table and talk with you. I see. Well then, maybe the least you could do is let me just sit cross-legged in the aisle and eat there instead of in the hallway. I mean, I'm quite small and don't take up that much space anyways. Surely that would be okay, right? No, because I am telling you that people don't even want to see you at the wedding. The less you can be in the back of people's minds, the better. It's best if you just wouldn't come at all, really. But since that isn't going to happen, we just have to make arrangements so that the least number of people know that you even exist. Besides, what would you even do at a table with other people? It would be a total waste for you. I doubt that you even know how to talk to upper-class people like us. You're telling me that you're really serious about this? Even though I came all the way here to be present for my brother's wedding? You're really not even going to let me sit at the family table just because you have some weird person grudge against me? Now, Ren, I think you're forgetting something very, very important here. It's not just Michael's wedding, it's also my wedding. You do realize that, don't you? And everyone knows that on the day of a wedding, the wife is far more important than the husband in terms of trying to appease her. And as my future sister-in-law, that should mean that you wanted to do everything to give me what I want today, right? Well, I guess you're not exactly wrong about any of what you've just said, but still, I can't help but feel like this isn't exactly fair. Well, all I'm saying is that if we look at who's invited who, then I think you'll find that you have to agree with me. I have so many people here from my side of the family and who I've invited here, right? Meanwhile, you and your brother are basically it as far as Michael's side goes, which pretty much means that all of the wedding gifts and cash that we get are going to be from my guests, right? Well, again, I guess that's a point that I can't really refute exactly. That's right. So those are just more reasons why it's just better for everyone if you are neither seen nor heard or talked about at all. I mean, if people know that you're Michael's sister, then they're going to start asking where the rest of the family is, don't you think so? So basically, you are going to save everyone a lot of hassle if you just stay in the hallway and out of our way. I see. Well, I guess if you really feel that strongly about me doing that, then I don't really have any choice in the matter, do I? That's more like it. Although you really should have just listened to me and agreed with me in the first place. We would have saved so much time.
Hey, Ren. Really sorry to bug you in the middle of my wedding. I'm sure you have a good reason for what you were doing, but why are you in the hallway right now? Did I miss something? I mean, I think that the hallway is for the staff to use and less the wedding guests like you know?
Michael? Did you really see me in the hallway? What were you doing out there? What's going on with the wedding and the ceremony?
Well, that's just it. I was waiting for things to start and realized that you weren't anywhere to be seen, so I came out to come and look for you. I mean, I thought that you were going to give a speech today, so I didn't want you to be absent for that, you know? And then that's when I heard that someone mentioned one of the guests in the hallway, and I came to find that it was you.
But, I mean, this is what you wanted me to do, isn't it?
Sorry, what? You think that I want you to be sitting out in the hallway? What are you talking about?
I didn't want to embarrass you. I didn't want people to be asking about why I was the only guest that you invited to your wedding.
I'm sorry, but I'm still kind of confused. Why would I even care about that? Where's all of this coming from right now?
I mean, it's not like it doesn't make any sense to me, you know? I understand it. After all, you're a doctor and making tons of money, and I'm barely making enough to get by. I'm just a poor moron, let's face it. I don't belong at your wedding with all those fancy people. I wouldn't even know what to talk about with them.
Wait a second, Ren. Are you serious? I'm really sorry that that's bothering you so much right now, but I hope you know that I don't care about any of that. I mean, you're my older sister, and that's the only thing that matters to me. Why on earth would I be embarrassed to have a sister like you? I love you, you know that? Just where did you even get this idea that I would be embarrassed to have you at my wedding in the first place?
Well, Lisa told me that you were talking about how embarrassed you were going to be having me at your wedding.
Did Lisa really say that to you?
Yeah, she basically made me feel like you were thinking all of this, but were just being too kind to tell me. But don't worry. I really don't need you to worry about me at all. I'm totally fine, I swear. I know that I need to stay out of your way and just let the wedding go on undisturbed.
Lisa, I don't really know any other way to make this more clear, but if Lisa really said all that to you, then she has no idea what she's talking about at all. I mean, I'm certainly not embarrassed by you, and I want you at my wedding more than any other guest here. In fact, I'm proud to have you as my sister, and I want everyone to know.
But that isn't what Lisa said to me at all.
Ren, if I really felt that way about you, then why would I even invite you to the wedding in the first place? I mean, if you being here was really going to embarrass me, which it isn't at all, then why would I even go through the trouble of having you here? It just doesn't add up, right? But what I'm most concerned about is why on earth Lisa would even say something like that to you. I mean, what could she have been thinking?
And now here I am, already throwing wrenches into your wedding. I know that you mean well by saying all of this to me, but I want you to know that I really am sorry for ruining your wedding like this.
Ren, you didn't do anything wrong, okay? It's Lisa who is in the wrong here, and I'm not going to let her get away with this.
Hey there, Ren. I was just curious if you were enjoying the plate that I had sent out to you in the hallway. Was it nice sitting on the floor and eating your meal like that? Oh, yes. Thank you so much for asking. The food was just great, yeah. You guys really didn't skimp at all on the catering. Well, I want you to know that I really am sorry about earlier, what with me ripping up your dress like that. Oh, so you did do it on purpose then. I had thought that you might have. I mean, I was pretty surprised when you suddenly flew out into the hall just to try and rip apart the clothes that I was wearing. Well, thankfully, it wasn't like it was even a nice dress to begin with, right? I mean, could you imagine if someone tried to do that to an actually nice dress like mine? But don't worry, I promise that I'll buy you something actually nice and worth wearing at some point in the future. And just where are you right now? I popped my head out into the hall to see if you were still there, and I couldn't see you. Oh, right. Well, that's because I just stepped away to go and use the bathroom, that's all. Still, though, you really just should have known better, don't you think? I mean, did you really think that you belonged at a place like this? Don't you realize that you're an outsider? Nobody wants you here, huh? Half the reason I wanted you out in the hall was so that the people at the table wouldn't have to be subjected to sitting with you.
How dare you treat the person to whom I owe so much like that?
Excuse me? What are you talking about right now? Who are you even talking about?
I don't get it, Lisa. Do you really have no idea at all what you've done? I mean, you really chased my sister out of our own wedding and are making her sit out in the hall? What is the matter with you?
What is the matter with me? I know that you can't really be serious about that, right? I mean, didn't you see the way that she was dressed? I was talking to her earlier and she was telling me all about how she had gone out and gotten some fancy dress to wear to our wedding, but she showed up in rags. Surely you must have noticed that too, right, Michael? You don't really think she was dressed up nicely for the wedding, do you?
Wait a second. Let me try and get this straight then. Are you telling me that the reason you kicked my own sister out of our wedding was because you didn't like her dress?
But of course that wasn't the only reason. There's also the fact that your sister just wouldn't fit in. I mean, what would she even talk to other people there about? You know what I mean, don't you? Do you really think that your sister fits in with the guests that I've invited at all?
What do you mean? Why does it matter if she fits in? It's not a social club or something. It's our wedding and everyone here is here for us.
Right, but I just mean that she only has her high school diploma. Don't you see how she would just totally clash with the atmosphere of the wedding? Surely you can see the point I'm trying to make here, right?
What on earth are you talking about? Do you really think that you need a break? I don't even know what to say to you.
But I was just trying to think of you. And when it seemed like Ren was finally starting to listen to what I had to say, she finally seemed to give in when I told her this was what you wanted.
And you didn't think that I would be upset over you lying to my sister for my sake?
But, I thought that you and Ren didn't even get along all that well to begin with. You guys haven't even seen each other for years before this, isn't that right?
That's only because Ren lives and works so far away. It isn't that I don't want to talk to her or see her or anything like that. We've talked about this.
But I really did think that it was because you two didn't get along.
Well, that isn't the case at all. I owe her so much, actually. You know that Ren and I were only raised by Mom until I was in middle school when she died? After that, my sister had to take on all of Mom's duties and give up her dreams just to take care of us both. She raised me all the way until I finished high school.
Oh. Well, I guess that I just never really realized fully.
Well, I don't see how that can be when I explain this to you over and over again. Or was I in the wrong for thinking that you were actually listening to what I was saying?
No, it isn't like that at all, I swear to you. I guess I just forgot with so much going on about the wedding, but I remember you saying all of that now.
Don't lie to me, Lisa. I know that you're only remembering because I'm saying it now. But now I see that in spite of all of that, you're just throwing out my sister because you don't like her.
Please, you have to believe me. It isn't like that at all.
Do you know what? I don't think that I can do this. The wedding is off. I'm going to take Ren and we are going home.
Wait, no, please don't go. I'm begging you. You have to rethink this, Michael, please. I've changed my mind. Your sister can be in our wedding. Tell her to come in. Please, I've changed my mind. It's okay. I really don't mind at all. You can't just call off the wedding. Ren, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that I've done a lot of thinking about it, and I think I want you to be at the wedding after all. Oh, really? You mean it? What changed for you? And here I was getting used to sitting out here. It was nice and quiet, and the staff keep the floor here so clean. It's great, actually. No, please, we can't have my sister-in-law out in the hallway. You have to come inside. I insist. Please, I think that you and Michael and I all just need to sit down and talk a bit. Hold on a second. Don't tell me that Michael got mad at you about this, did he? Oh, wait, I don't... How did you know that? Well, Michael actually stepped out in the hallway earlier. He asked me what I was doing out here, and when I explained it to him, he got really mad. I had a feeling that he might have done something, but I get the feeling that you're taking the brunt of his anger right now. No, it's nothing like that at all, honestly. You're my husband's sister, so since we're going to be family, obviously you should be there for the wedding. Please, I was so stupid to even ask you to sit out there. Yeah, I don't really understand why you thought it was a good idea to do that either. What do you mean? Well, obviously the groom is going to get upset if you're throwing his family out of the wedding. Obviously, I don't mind obliging you, but I guess because I did, Michael finally realized the kind of person you really are. So I guess that's one good thing to come out of this. Oh, wait a second. Is this really Lisa I'm talking to right now? That's right. It's your poor, stupid sister-in-law, Lisa. But I guess if I'm the stupid one, then that just begs the question of what you are. I guess that's exactly what Michael is finding out right now, though. Wait, so you were just pretending to be stupid this whole time? I wouldn't say pretending so much as I just wanted to see how long you would really think I was going to go along with everything you were saying. But then, what about the dress? Did you really pick a dress that ugly on purpose? I will say that you got me there. I did choose that dress knowing that you were going to pick on me for it. But I didn't think you would go so far as to attack me over it. Then you tricked me! I don't believe it! Well, I guess you have no choice now that Michael tells me the wedding is off. Thank goodness is all I can say, though. I would hate to be a part of your family and you mine. Wait, just hold on for a second. I know that I might have overreacted a little, but I really do love Michael, and I really do want to get married to him. I see. And you thought that throwing me out in the hallway was going to be good for that? In fact, I actually heard a bit about the drama that was unfolding inside the wedding hall earlier. What do you mean? You really heard all that? Well, it was hard not to when I was sitting out in this quiet hall. Man, your dad was really laying into you. I bet every single guest at your wedding heard what he was saying. Going on and on about how you were so close to marrying a doctor and you screwed it all up. He even said that he bought a new car because he was hoping to rope my brother into helping him pay for it. And then he told you that you were going to have to help him pay it off instead. No, that didn't have anything to do with our wedding at all. Please, you have to help me. I really wasn't after Michael's money at all. But it's true that you do have a lot of debt, don't you? Are you telling me that your plan wasn't to have my brother help you? You even heard my dad yelling about my debt? That's right. You thought you were kicking me out of the wedding, but you basically gave me the best seat in the house. All I had to do was put my ear up against the wall and I could hear everything clear as day. Anyways, I suppose that's really all there is to say about this, yes? Wait, no, please, we're not through here. Well, I'm not sure what else there is to talk about, except of course for the fact that you'll be paying for all of the wedding preparations. And you'll probably have to return all the wedding gifts, too.
Hey, Ren. I really just wanted to say again how sorry I am for everything that you had to go through today. I mean, I really just had no idea that Lisa was that bad, you know? How could she have thought that was ever okay?
Well, I'm just glad that you realized all of this before the two of you got married. I was wondering how long it was going to take you to realize just the kind of person that Lisa really was.
You mean that you've really had your suspicions about Lisa this whole time?
Pretty much. I think ever since we first met, she had always acted like she was so much better than me. And I just remember thinking that I couldn't believe that you were really going to marry this woman. I mean, I guess I just assumed that you being a doctor would have given you a better eye for people like her.
I see what you mean, but I really did think that she was a sweet girl. She had always been so kind to me. But I just can't believe that you let yourself be insulted and subjected yourself to her treatment of you for my sake.
Well, you're my brother, and I wasn't going to try and open any can of worms until you found out for yourself. Anyways, I'm just glad that you saw that I did. I guess all's well that ends well, really.
You know, this is just another reason why I respect you so much, Ren. You are really a tough person. I really don't think that I could have ever gotten to where I am in life without your help.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I am pretty amazing now that I think about it. But don't sell yourself short. After all, it was you doing all the hard work of getting through med school.
Ren, thank you so much. I know I don't say it enough.
You know, for my speech, I really did want to talk about how proud I am of how hard you worked to achieve your goals. But maybe I'll just hold off on telling exactly what I wanted to say until you find the right person.
You're right, but I can't wait to hear that speech.
Well, you'll hear it. But just know that you don't have to feel bad for me today. I'm always going to be there for you, no matter what.
But that's just why I do feel so bad and why I am so grateful for you.
It's no problem at all. I mean, thank you so much for caring about me. I'm glad that after all these years we can still be so close. I mean, you even hung up some of my art as decorations for your wedding. You have no idea how touched I was at seeing that.
I really enjoy those drawings and I want you to know that. Even Lisa's guests were all admiring them and wondering about who their artist was. So thanks again for letting me hang them up for free. I really appreciate it. But I also really do think that you're just a stellar artist. But you had to pull all of that aside to raise me.
Well, it's not like I've completely given up on my dreams of being an artist, you know. Yes, I had to set them aside for more important things, like you, but I still practice every day and I know I'll make it big one day.
You don't know how much it means that you just said that to me. I really am so lucky to have you as my sister. Thank you so much for everything today, Ren. I really just can't say that enough.
Well, I guess I just have to say that I'm looking forward to the next wedding and hopefully it goes better than this one. Oh, oops, I almost forgot something really important.
Really? What is it?
Hey Lisa, are you there? I just wanted to have a quick little chat with you. I just thought you should know that you are going to have to pay for the repairs to the dress that I was wearing today. Wait a second. My wedding gets ruined and canceled and you're still going to make me pay? Please, can't we just never ever talk to each other again and leave it at that? Well, I will be more than happy to do that as soon as you pay for the damages to the dress. It was a $5,000 rental, by the way, and if you try and get out of this, I will sue you. Hold on a second. Are you seriously telling me that dress that you were wearing was $5,000? But you just got it as a prank to pull on me, right? You really paid $5,000 for that? That's right, but don't worry, I didn't pay that much because I thought you would rip it, though you did. Please, just give me a break. I mean, you probably just want $5,000 from me, don't you? No, this is really just about doing what is right and making sure that you pay for your actions. Wait a second, I remember now. You're that wannabe artist, aren't you? Yeah, I remember your brother crying to me about how it was his fault that you had to quit your dreams. But you know what I think? I think you're nothing but a hack. Your art is terrible, and you never ever stood a chance. You really have no idea what you're talking about. I just wish you knew how foolish you really look right now. You're the one who's foolish. Did you see the art in the wedding hall? It was a beautiful underwater scene. It was what someone like you could never see the value of. Your uneducated brain couldn't begin to understand its significance. Interesting, though, considering that the one who painted that one was me. Wait, what do you mean by that? I don't get it. I mean that Michael asked me if he could display it at his wedding, and I said yes. I actually really liked that one as well, so I can't say you have poor taste. Thank you for the compliment, by the way. Wait, you're kidding me. Are you telling me that you were the one who painted that painting? That's right, and I'll be giving you the bill for my dress, by the way. Have a nice life. Wait, no, please. You win. Just make it stop. I'll change. We can be friends. Please, let's just put this behind us. Wow, you really work fast. The moment that you find out I'm a famous artist, you immediately try to cozy up with me. Though we both know that you had no idea you were actually complimenting me, but you did anyways. So thanks again. No, please don't go. Hold on, I can change, I promise. Yeah, that's going to be a no from me, but you go on and have a nice life now. Maybe think about the way you've treated me. Now everyone knows the horrible person that you really are. After that, I blocked Lisa on everything and cut all contact with her completely. She was forced to pay for the wedding cancellation fees as well as her debt. Lisa had to take on more debt to pay all of those, and because she had never worked a day in her life, she quickly found herself spiraling financially. She tried to scam her parents to help her, and soon the whole family was in trouble, all because of Lisa's selfishness and recklessness. As for me, after the wedding, I went back to my house and have continued to pursue my dream of being an artist. Next year, my art is going to show up on an exhibition for the first time ever. I'm excited to invite Michael so that then maybe he can not feel so bad about the fact that I had to help raise him. And I'm still looking forward to giving him his wedding speech one day. Madeline, hey, I'm coming over to visit. I've got to say hi to your mom and dad. You're at home too, right? Yeah, I'm home, but my brother isn't here right now. Why did you suddenly decide to come and visit? Because the wedding's coming up and I wanted to say hi. I want to say hi, have dinner, and maybe spend some time with you all. I want to say hi to you too. Aren't I sweet? Oh, I can't wait to get married. I'm going to resign and become a housewife. Oh, you must be so jealous. I feel so bad for people that aren't married. Thanks to Cooper, my life is so great. Good for you. I'm glad that you and my brother are so happy together, but I don't understand why you think that I'm jealous. Because you're ugly, and you've got no chance of getting married. You'll never be able to become a housewife like me. Do you want to know why? It's because nobody will want you as a housewife. Natalie, have you been drinking? No, of course I'm not drinking. I'm not drunk, what? I just had a little sip of tequila, that's all. I thought so. You're usually loud, but you're not always this loud. Even you would think twice before saying something so rude, and you must have been drinking quite a lot. What? Rude? Me? No way. I haven't said anything rude. I just told the truth. You can't blame me for saying something that everyone is thinking. Yeah, alright. Well, if you're drunk, you should go home and rest instead of coming over here and spreading more of your truth. There's no reason for you to come and visit this evening, so just stay at home. If anything, you'll just cause more trouble if you come over here drunk and end up making a fuss or being sick or having to spend the night. It's best that you don't come. No, I'm going to. I've got to talk to you about something very important. I've got to make something very clear. Huh? What on earth are you talking about? I bet it's not even that important. I've got to tell you how you can find someone who will marry you or you'll be alone for the rest of your life. I'll teach you. Yeah, no thanks. I don't need your advice. I'm doing fine without it. Besides, how do you even plan on getting here when you're that drunk? There aren't any buses running in the local area tonight, and you're going to regret spending money on a taxi in the morning. Don't worry about that. I can get there without a bus or taxi. Wait a minute. You're not planning on driving here, are you? Natalie, driving under the influence is a crime. It's way too dangerous. Natalie, are you listening to me? Stay at home.
Hey, have you seen Natalie? She said that she was going to go visit you and left.
Yeah, I saw her, and now I'm in the hospital.
What? What's going on?
I'm just glad that I'm still alive. I've been in an accident.
What? Are you okay? Were you hit by a car?
Yeah. If you want to know the details, maybe you should ask your fiancé.
My fiancé? What? You mean Natalie did this?
Yeah, she did.
What? You were in an accident because of Natalie? I don't understand, Mads. What happened?
That's why I'm telling you to go ask Natalie yourself. I don't know where she went after she hit me with her car, but I bet she's gone running back to your place. I think it's best that you catch her before she harms anyone else and find out what the hell is wrong with her.
I just got a message from Natalie's parents. They said that she's at their house, sleeping.
Seriously? I'm lying in a hospital bed attached to a morphine drip and she suddenly turned into Sleeping Beauty? You're kidding, right?
Mads, I really don't understand what's going on. So I'm going to go to Natalie's parents' house and try to find out what I can. Message me the name and address of the hospital you're at, and I'll be there as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm sorry for getting angry with you. I'm really tired, so you don't have to come tonight. I'm going to sleep, so if you want to visit, can you make it tomorrow? Hey, I'm really sorry about yesterday. I was so tipsy, I don't even remember half of what happened. Can you believe it? Were you okay after that? Last night was so crazy. What are you laughing about? This is serious. I broke my arm because of you. Really? Oh my god. But you're lucky you're still alive. What? I was worried it might be worse and that things would get a little awkward before the wedding, but if it's just a couple of broken bones, then there's nothing for me to worry about. It's already serious. Because of you, I have to stay in the hospital for over a week. I won't be able to go to work during that time. Oh, don't be so negative. You should be happy that it was just a broken arm. It could have been so much worse. Don't you understand that you're the one to blame? You were drunk driving and hit me with your car. You're the last person that's allowed to tell me that I should be positive about this injury and that I should be thankful that I didn't die. I can't believe your attitude. You have no right to speak to me like that. Yeah, you're mad. I get it. My parents are on their way to the hospital to see you. Your parents? What for? I'm not interested in seeing them. Well, you'll have to, whether you like it or not. They're going to get you to sign a contract promising that you won't report any of this to the police. A what? A contract? To get me to shut up? Yeah, it's going to be a problem if you tell the police what happened, so you've got to promise to keep it a secret. You don't have any choice, Madeline. I'm your brother's fiancé, and my parents are going to be his parents soon. You've got to do as we say. Wow, so you're going to put in the effort to cover up what you've done, but you're not even going to try and make things right? By saying a few magic words? By coming to see me in the hospital and see how I'm doing? Instead, you're sending your parents to do your dirty work? You should be apologizing to me. I think that's what normal people usually do when they hurt someone. Are you actually being serious right now? This isn't funny. You're not being cute. I've actually sustained serious injuries after being run over by you, and you're playing dumb about the responsibility you have to me? All right, so I hit you with my car. I accept responsibility. But don't report this to the police. We're going to be family soon. Don't do anything that's going to ruin the atmosphere on the wedding day and that might make things awkward for us afterwards. Don't you think that's a little too convenient? I'm a victim here. I should report you, but you're trying to make me out as the bad guy if I do? I feel like crap. I can't go to work. I'm going to have to pay these medical bills. What else do you want from me? Shouldn't you at least apologize sincerely? I think that's the first thing you should be doing. But apparently you lack all common sense. You lack any sense of sympathy for other people. I don't know what I should be apologizing for. It's not a big deal. It's not like I meant to hit you. I was drunk. You can't blame me for that. You just happened to get in the way of my car. That's life. Sometimes it does things like that. If I wasn't drunk, I wouldn't have hit you. So it's not my fault, it's the alcohol. Why don't you understand that you shouldn't have been driving when you were drunk? You say it's the alcohol's fault? I told you not to come here. You risked the lives of every pedestrian that was walking on the street while you were driving in your car, drunk. I am definitely lucky to be alive, but you could have killed me. Oh, don't lecture me. I know that it's illegal to drink and drive, but I'm lucky too. You're lucky? What? How? I'm lucky that it was you that I hit with the car and not anyone else. If I hit a complete stranger, I would have been in a lot of trouble. You're pretty much family, so I can get away with it. Excuse me? We are not family. We are complete strangers. No, don't say that. We're going to be family. Cooper and I are getting married, remember? I'm glad that it was my little sister-in-law that got hurt and not someone else. But I'm not happy about this at all. But now I know what your true colors are. I understand that you don't regret anything you did and that you don't feel any remorse. I heard that you sent my parents away. Who do you think you are? Why would you do that? They went all the way to visit you and you refused to talk to them properly. I sent them home because I didn't want to see them. They were saying the exact same things that you were saying, about how I was lucky that it was just a broken arm and that I shouldn't say anything to the police about who was in the car. They were being just as ridiculous and selfish as you were. What? You're saying that I'm being selfish? We're family. You should be more willing to keep quiet about what happened. My parents only went to make sure that you would. Yeah, they said that. They told me that we're going to be family, so I shouldn't do anything that will cause trouble for you and Cooper. Good, you understand. I'm really lucky that it was you that I hit and not someone else. We are going to be family, so don't do anything stupid. Oh, that's a shame. You're 5 minutes too late. What? Did you really think that I would just nod my head and follow your orders? You pissed me off, Natalie. You don't seem like you're going to say sorry anytime soon. Not only that, your parents came and ordered me and my family to not go to the police and to settle this over discussions. I guess the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree after all. If your parents are like that, no wonder you turned out like this. Excuse me? You're being rude. You can't talk to your older sister like that. You're not my older sister. You're not married to my brother yet, and I'm obviously upset by what's happened. I'm not just upset, I'm furious, and I'm going to send you to hell for what you've done. What? You're going to send me to hell? Don't you think you're overreacting? What do you think you can do to me? I filed a report to the police. You're finished, Natalie. Huh? You filed a report? Are you crazy? You sold me out to the police even though we're family? What have you done? Like I told you, we're not family. And what have you done? That's my line. I can't believe you actually thought that you would get away with this. I did the right thing and reported what you did so that the police can take measures to make sure it never happens again. I'm going to get the compensation I'm owed, Natalie. You better prepare yourself. Prepare myself? What are you talking about? Are you threatening me? No, I'm going to take you to court. I know a great lawyer and he's going to take my case. He'll make sure you wish you never did anything so stupid. So what if you know a lawyer? Why should I be scared of you? He's going to help me crush you and your family and make you apologize for what you did to me. I'm going to tell the court that you were threatening me and trying to intimidate me out of going to the police, too. What? You can't do that. I wasn't threatening you. What are you even talking about? Do you really think that you can win this court case? I haven't done anything to warrant having to go to court. It's not that hard to understand. You've done something unforgivable and you're going to pay for it because you won't say sorry. Even my brother's saying that he's going to call off the wedding because he doesn't want to marry you now that he knows what you've done. What? Your brother? You mean Cooper doesn't want to marry me anymore? I don't have any other brothers. What did you say to him? You've turned him against me, even though I haven't done anything to deserve it. Haven't you gotten any messages from him yet? He told me that he was going to cancel the engagement just a while ago. He was saying that he can't be family with someone who thinks it's okay to treat me the way you did. He doesn't want to spend the rest of his life with someone like you. Why? I thought he loved me. What did I do to make him hate me? I don't deserve this. You did all of this. You made him hate me. We just had an accident, that's all. What's the big deal? You only broke an arm. What else did you say to him? Just an accident? That's all? I think that's the reason why he doesn't want to be with you. You caused injury to someone and you can't even apologize or acknowledge the pain and trouble you've caused. There is something seriously wrong with you if you think that's okay. If you lack the sympathy to even feel bad for what you did, then why would he want to be with someone who hurt his little sister? I'm surprised you managed to hide that from him so well up until now, but now he knows. It's over. He can't cancel the wedding. It's impossible. Even you should know that it's too late. The wedding's supposed to be next weekend. If he cancels now, only God knows how big a fee he'll have to pay. Would he really rather pay that fee than be with me? He can't do that. It's not impossible if he really doesn't want to marry you. You can't force him to marry you when he's clearly lost interest. He's decided that he can't go through with the marriage, so you'll just have to accept his decision. You can argue about it all you like, but I don't think anyone will blame him for not wanting to be with you. Not after they hear about you hitting me with your car while you were drunk and not even saying sorry. He was already shocked enough about that, but when your parents came into my hospital room and started raving about me keeping my mouth shut, that really put him off. I think it's only a matter of course that this is what you get. He what? He was put off? Yeah, he was repelled. Literally, like two north and north magnets put together. I think anyone would rethink having any kind of relationship with you after what you did. It's incredible that your parents would actually defend your actions instead of try and set you on the right course. And you seriously thought that I would automatically forgive you for what happened with no apology at all? Just because we were about to become family? You have got to be kidding. You even had the nerve to say directly to me that you were glad that it was me you hit and not a stranger. What is wrong with you? In what world is that okay? Wait, all right, I understand. You want me to say sorry, right? Then I'll say sorry. If that's all it takes for you to forgive me, then fine. I'll apologize as much as you like. I'm sorry about what happened last night. I'm sorry it happened. I didn't mean for it to turn out like that. And I was drunk, so it's not really my fault, but yeah, I'm sorry. I apologized, so don't report me to the police, okay? It is way too late for that. And you can't go around putting conditions on your apologies. If you say sorry, you have to mean it. You can't expect me to forgive you just because you said sorry, and you certainly can't expect me to do something in exchange for it. Please, Madeline, I want to marry Cooper. I can't live without him. Please don't do this. You're breaking us up. Is that all you have to say? So you still don't accept responsibility for what you've done and the effect it's had on your relationship with my brother? That's not me. That's all a result of your own selfish behavior. You were saying that we'll become family when you marry my brother, but it's clear to all of us now that you're not good enough for him. You proved it to us. But now we're not going to accept you into our family, so give up on Cooper. Wait, Madeline! You've got to talk to him. I want to get married. You've got to convince him that he's making a mistake. We belong together. I want to be part of your family. I want to be your big sister. I want us to have fun together. I'm sorry, but you're creeping me out. I don't want to be family with you, and I don't think we can have fun together. Cooper just sent me a message. He says that he's not going to marry me. He said that he wants to meet up and talk about the cancellation and stuff. He's not going to change his mind no matter what I say to him. But I think that he'll listen to you, so you've got to talk to him for me. Tell him that there's been a misunderstanding and that we're actually really close. You just have to say that, and I think that he'll listen to me. What the? A misunderstanding? Did you really just say that to me? There's no misunderstanding. You hit me with a car. I broke my arm. You didn't apologize. It's really simple. I told him the truth, and he made his own decision based off of that information. I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore, and my brother and my parents are furious, so I'm ending the conversation. From now on, you'll have to make contact with me through my lawyer. He'll be calling you later, and I think that the police will be dropping by to question you too. Oh, wait a minute. You don't have to go that far. That's too much. It's not fair. I'm your brother's fiancé. Can't you be a little more compassionate? You used to be his fiancé, not anymore. And why should I show you compassion when you didn't show me any after the accident? Even though I broke my arm and was in a lot of pain, you really are full of crap. You're just a stranger now, so I can happily report you to the police for the reckless driving you were doing while under the influence. You need to pay for your time for that, so you won't ever make that mistake ever again. Family or not, that's something that should never be forgiven, especially if it could risk someone's life. You don't have to say that much. But I really am sorry. I feel really bad for what happened. I mean it. I promise. I just didn't say sorry because I thought it would be my loss if I did. I really regret what I did now, from the bottom of my heart. My brother says that he doesn't want to have anything to do with you and that he doesn't want you contacting him anymore. I hope that's helped you to understand how serious this is, but there's no point begging me for forgiveness now. You're not going to get anything back. I can imagine that your employers will find out about the trouble you've been in with the police, and you'll most definitely lose your job. Wait, you already resigned because you thought that you could relax and spend the rest of your life without having to work and use my brother for everything. It's a shame that you can't be a housewife anymore. It was your dream, wasn't it? It's all your fault! No, it's because of your inability to be a decent person. Do you remember saying that I can't get married because I'm too ugly? Well, I'm not one to brag, but I'm engaged. What? Since when? My fiancé's a lawyer. You'll meet him when we go to court. What? That's why you're finished. He's going to fight for me until we win the case. Together. You've been looking down on me ever since Cooper introduced you to us as his girlfriend, but I'm going to get the last laugh. You're going to have to live an unfortunate life from now on. It's a shame that you can't be a housewife, and it's a shame that you won't be a part of our family. Too bad I sent that police report. In the end, Natalie was completely rejected by Cooper, and he canceled the wedding arrangements and let the guests know that there would be no ceremony. Natalie panicked and kept on begging Cooper for them to talk and to get back together, but he completely ignored her and blocked her on social media. Madeline and her family filed a police report, and Natalie's requests for the matter to be dealt with between the two families was refused. The story ended up being shared online and attracted enough attention that it made the news. Natalie's real name was posted all over articles online, and they had no choice but to move before someone found out where she and her parents lived. It really looks like her life is over. Luckily for Madeline, her injuries weren't so serious, and she was able to leave the hospital a month later and married her fiancé. Natalie lost her fiancé and damaged her own reputation because of her lack of good judgment. Apparently, she's having a hard time trying to figure out how to navigate her problems and get her life back on track.